H&L presents the grand finale, part 11. The Utopian Sword activated. Andrew LaFleur, now having helped to conquer Teresi, and Robert and Suno and Darling Colonial are now officers of WS's true military began to grow. And in order for LaFleur to finally realize what the Utopian Sword could do, and to see it was a trap or not, decided to escape from his army and allies for now, and go to one of the more primitive galaxies, the Kobani, where he began to inhabit the planet. As he was entering the atmosphere, a rock hit his ship, and he's swirling out of control, pressing many buttons, saying, "Mayday, mayday, I'm going down, fearing that this was the end." And then suddenly it crashed. The floor blacked out. After a while, he awoke. No scratches on him. It's like an invisible force protected him from the crash, as the ship was mantled and it was unrecognizable. All the words were shredded metal. Still, he had the sword with him, and he began to walk and experiment. And using his archive research, he found the fruits that was edible to eat and water to drink. Stranded without any hope of rescue, hoping the beacon he sent out prior would allow Hugh or someone else to come and pick him up in this new galaxy. LaFleur was building tents and surviving, where he saw giant Kebani fighting, and suddenly they saw him and saw him as food and rushed him. LaFleur then took out his blaster and started blasting. That only stunned them, for the exoskeletons of the Kobaline type creatures were strong, and his mere blaster was not enough to deter them. And so he used his sword. His regular sword, was cunning and managed to fought them off. And then even more came. LaFleur was forced to run away. As one of the beasts grabbed his sword by his teeth and threw it far away. LaFleur is only armed with the sword of Utopia, the sword in which Albion and Mary had given him. LaFleur had no choice to use the mistrusted sword. And then as he grabbed the sword to use it, suddenly a great blast entered the place, destroying the creatures from all directions. Wretched was at east, and also the eastern part of the planet where he was at was completely wiped out and turned into a desert wasteland by the power of the blast. It transcended outside of the planet's atmosphere, and leaving a permanent mark on the planet's surface. LaFleur quickly threw the sword in fear and said, "What is this witchcraft?" And then after a while, he picked back up the sword. He realized the sword was more a part of him than he would ever realize. The sword was said by his family, essence of the emblem, designed by one of the most loyal of LaFleur admirers, Siegfried Simonsen, in his empire. Andrew LaFleur finally realized that this indeed was destiny, that the Emery were right all along. And then he looked up to the sky and saw the ship, his Evan Emery and Jenna, once again come to aid him. LaFleur thanked them, and they discussed, and he was stunned by all of it. And he asked them, "Why don't you not join me in the conquest of these galaxies?" And then Hermione said no. They would not work for GW, but they worked for him. When LaFleur was right to declare independence, they would be there. But until then, all they could do was operate behind the scenes. So LaFleur took one of the extra ships, escaped pods, and returned back to his regiment to another planet, until all of the beasts were subdued. Now apart, well-trained, they can now serve the purposes of the JDU Army. WS was stunned. How LaFleur single-handedly conquered the entire galaxy by his lonesome and tamed such wild, untamable beasts? He had to consult the gods about this. Clinique, who often was elite and telepathic, and joined the battle only when he was tired. Told GW that the Floor's powers was growing, and if he were to abandon them, then he would overpower them, and said if the Floor's pain go any stronger, then the person she'd be sleeping with will not be WS, but it's Andrew. WS, knowing that the next campaign would be with the Sladia and the Bagheera creatures which they operated and tamed. WS had a plan. If he could get the Floor to take Sladia and make him a governor, that would stop him from his advance, and their forces would be strong enough for WS to lead the armies himself and gain much military victory in subduing all of the other galaxies. So he had a hunch and launched a plan, and he told the Floor and his forces that they will work together to defeat the Sladia, whom was led by Bach and Richie, and also whom Ivan and Mary was also meeting at the same time.